A company known for providing HIV treatments could now be a pioneer in fighting COVID-19. A US government study found that some coronavirus patients recovered faster with the help of a drug called Remdesivir. It's produced by California-based biotech firm Gilead.
The data shows that Remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect in diminishing the time to recovery.
The study of 1,000 patients found that those who took the drug recovered in 11 days, while others who did not receive doses took 15 days to get better. The fatality rate was also lower for users of Remdesivir at 8% compared to 11% for other patients. Experts say this difference is not statistically significant, but they're hopeful further improvements in the drug could see it become an effective treatment for COVID-19.
With 31% improvement doesn't seem like a knockout 100%. It is a very important proof of concept because what it is proven is that a drug can block this virus.
The Trump administration plans to pool its resources with the military and companies like Gilead at the forefront of fighting the pandemic. It's launching Operation Warp Speed to produce 300 million vaccines by January, a much shorter timeline than scientists are predicting. Other countries are also throwing their weight behind their private sectors. In China, researchers at Sinovac Biotech say they're gearing up to begin mass production of a vaccine now undergoing human trials.
Currently, we are constructing the new facilities in Changping province of Beijing. And our target production capacity is 100 million doses per year. And currently, we are also trying to, discuss with some partners outside of China and trying to find the opportunity to conduct this phase 3 outside of China.
While many countries are lifting lockdowns, experts say returning to life as it was before the spread of the coronavirus will only be possible once there are treatments and a vaccine. They're hoping the drugs being developed by the likes of Gilead may be the arsenal needed for that battle. Mobin Nasir, TRT World.
Well, for more on this, Feigl-Ding joins us now from Washington. He's an epidemiologist and health economist at Harvard's Chan School of Public Health and a senior fellow at the Federation of American Scientists. Welcome to Money Talks, Eric. Now, there's been a lot of excitement about Gilead's experimental drug, Remdesivir. Can you tell us more about what this trial has found and why Dr. Fauci says he's very optimistic about it?
Yeah, the trial actually is not published yet, but NIH actually put out a press release and it shortened the duration of the illness. The placebo group had 15 days duration until recovery. The people who took the drug had 11 days. So it was about 31% improvement. It was significant. However, the deaths were slightly lower in the drug, but it was not quite statistically significant. And again, they still have to publish it. And yesterday was actually confusing because they had several other trials that were published at the same time, but this one was the biggest one with over 1,000 people.
Interesting. And do you share Dr. Fauci's opinion that he's very optimistic about this potential treatment?
I'm optimistic. If you look at the results, the death reduction is smaller than we thought, and it's not quite significant. And in terms of this drug, it's only a small slowdown in the duration of the virus. So I would say it is potentially one good drug in the toolbox, but it will not be a silver bullet. It is not a home run drug. It is just the beginning, that we still need to find more treatments.
And of course, a silver bullet that everyone's waiting for is a potential effective vaccine. Now, the World Health Organization says around 70 vaccines are currently in development around the world. Can you tell us what progress is being made on that front? And is there any that's looking more likely to be successful?
Yes, there's lots of groups that's working on it. The Oxford group right now is the most ambitious. They previously developed vaccines for other coronaviruses, and they think by September 2020, we could have potentially 1 million doses ready for healthcare workers. That's assuming that the vaccine works. And I think later this summer, we will see more groups. There's many groups working on vaccines with some early results. And there are groups that are also trying to advocate for challenge vaccine trials, as in people directly volunteer to be injected with the vaccine. That's much riskier, but if it gets approved by any governments or universities, it would potentially give us answers even faster, but at much, much higher risk. So in certain ways, I'd say let's wait for this fall. I'm hopeful we'll maybe get some vaccine doses for healthcare workers.
There are also reports that the Trump administration has launched what's been dubbed Operation Warp Speed, which brings together government agencies, various drug companies, and even the military in order to expedite the development of a vaccine. What do you know about that?
Yes, they're trying to cut a lot of red tape. They're trying to accelerate the vaccine production schedules, ready the factories, and basically put as many trials into the field as possible. But at the same time, there are certain things that you cannot skip over, like a phase 1 trial. Phase 2 and phase 3 could be merged, but there are certain things you don't want to cut corners around, because there are vaccines that could actually enhance the virus if it's not well developed. So there's only certain limits in which we can go. And this is why I'm saying late summer to the fall, hopefully we'll have a good vaccine that can be used in limited populations.
Yes, and we know President Donald Trump and various state governors across America are very keen to reopen their economies. What's your view on that? Is America ready to get back to business, and what health measures need to be in place before that happens?
Yeah, I don't think we're ready at all, because first of all, although the epidemic is slowing in some places like New York, it is not slowing in many other places. And the U.S. does not have border controls between its borders. So the analogy is, if you're in a swimming pool and you urinate in one corner of the swimming pool, it's not going to just stay in that one corner because the U.S. is so porous. And we need testing. And U.S. is averaging around 200,000 tests, almost 250,000 tests a day. But we need at least 500,000, if not 1 million tests a day. And we're not even close to that volume, because we can't just be testing in the hospital. We need to test in the frontiers, in the community clinics, the moment someone gets sick. And we are just not at that capacity to do that. And we don't have enough masks for workers and factories to all go back to work and have good masks, like N95 masks for every factory worker. So I think we're still a long ways off from safely reopening.
Incredible. Okay, Feigl-Ding in Washington, thank you so much for sharing with us your analysis.